The flat rock away from the shore is about twice a cubic meter in size. It's obviously a drum, a message stone. It has various striking points. They say that at one time messages were sent great distances by banging on rocks like these. In a corner of the rock is a little compartment, and inside the compartment is a coin. On the coin is an angel on horseback. If someone finds the stone, sits on its edge, and is perhaps lonely and thinking dreary thoughts, they can find the money and see the angel on horseback. Many people have visited the Boulder Beach as early as 100 years ago. There are signs of visitors, Russian names, dates carved into the stone. I open my backpack. I have lunch stashed in it. You don't have anything, because you're used to city life and its services. And besides, this all came as a surprise. Hot water, ground coffee and tea, rich cakes and cookies, dried plums, apricots, pears and apples. Help yourself. You can see the future on the surface of the coffee. A fox's tail, detached. It starts to spin. Lips puckered up, twisted. The pattern dissipates. The wind is warm. A boat babbles somewhere far off. There's another boulder beach, short distance away. There's a mill wheel there, extensively worked, but then just left there. It has 3 holes in the middle. You can go and look into the holes and holler. Maybe say who you are. Tell it why you're here with me. And say what the world would be like if you could design it. What would the seashore be like? What would a blade of straw, a flower, a rock, the movement of the wind be like? Your telephone rings. The shore is left far behind as we climb the lichen-covered rocks that the Ice Age dropped like a stone string of beads. The path that is formed on the stones is free of lichen and moss. From a high spot, you can see the sea. The rock's touch is good. The stone breathes through it. Something exudes from it. Nothing exudes from asphalt. Asphalt is a substance of death. Nothing of the earth passes through it. It's people's attempt to protect themselves from nature. Asphalt is a misfortune. Blood from the deep veins of the earth brought to the surface that starts to sprout blackness around it. If you descend to the opposite shore of the sea, beyond the canyon depths, you'll find a place that only a short while ago was a forest of wonders. It was a ghost forest, full of hard-branched thickets of slim trees and other mixed flora, all of it full of spiders' webs. The first time I went there, I thought about two things. One was that it must be a pleasant place for owls and other fine birds. My other thought was that a person of today would probably be scared to death in a place like that. Now, it's just a large, ground-up field full of tractor ruts. A person, safe inside a machine, was so full of dread that they felt free to bulldoze an escape route to their clear-cut right at that point, decided to shove the ghosts in his head out of the entire expanse of the zone of the wild. They weren't thick trees, weren't worth any money. They were worthless, just unique and wondrous. A dark, magical forest. The big boot that chose the route committed a murderous act that a human court does not condemn. Human law focuses on callow conflicts, but nature has its own way of putting things right. The crushing wheel stupid hired man will grow a forest nose that he might never recover from, because he doesn't have ears to hear the sage who can explain the depth of his crime to him and tell him how to make up for it. No ears for wisdom, no eyes for loveliness, just a nose given him by the forest, sentenced to one smell. The one who owned the forest and ordered the cuts, who gave power to that feeble-minded worker, was struck by lightning and died in his great house the following summer. When the food is gone, we'll all get ready to go home. What was in the backpack gave but little enjoyment. The sights along the way home are paled by vexation. But we'll take another trip. Why won't we believe in miracles?